I didn't want to have to be the one to tell you this, but Disney might be giving you a bad deal on your upcoming vacation. So how can you avoid losing money on a trip that already costs so much money? Don't worry, that's what today's video is all about. If you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things theme park, cruise, and travel. And if you are a returning subscriber, make sure you ring that notification bell so you can be updated on all my latest videos. Now let's get into some of those money saving tips. It seems like as soon as you make the decision to book a Disney vacation, you've got a whole lot of costly decisions to make. And then when you get here to Disney World, you have even more costly decisions to make. But not everything that Disney pitches to you is worth the money that you are spending on it. First, let's talk about Genie Plus. Now, a Genie Plus starts at $15 and we've seen it go as high as $39 depending on demand for that particular day. We haven't seen it go any higher than $39, and here's to hoping it never does. And we can't forget the individual lightning lanes that Disney also wants us to pay for just so we can ride those rides. Disney bases their price for Genie Plus on demand. So if there is low demand, the prices are going to be low. If the demand is high for that day, the prices are going to be high. Have you guessed where I'm going with this yet? If Genie Plus is on the lower end, closer to the $15 range, that means that there's not very much demand for it, and you could potentially be saving $60 a day minimum for a family of 4 by skipping Genie Plus altogether. However, my rule of thumb is as soon as Genie Plus hits $25, that means demand is high. Go ahead and buy it. You might regret it if you don't. Just keep in mind that you don't have a lot of leeway in regards to making a decision to buy lightning lanes or not. You can purchase lightning lanes midnight the day before your trip, so you kind of have to make a quick decision on if you think buying a lightning lane is worth it or not. My best advice is to always plan for the worst. If we know that on the high end Genie Plus is $39, go ahead and have a fund available for that. And if you don't use it, well, guess what? Maybe you can use it for specialty dining, merchandise, or even your next Disney vacation. You can start booking lightning lanes at 7 a.m. the day of your trip. And you can even stack lightning lanes if you have a return time that's much later in the afternoon. Of course, you can't do that until after the park opens. I always recommend stacking lightning lanes as much as possible to help your day be more seamless, especially at the Magic Kingdom. Now, this one maybe is not a money saving tip, more of an experience saving tip. Now, if you want to book a buffet style dining experience at Disney, always book it as close to the beginning part of the day as possible versus when the buffet is about to close. Even though it's a Disney buffet, it's still a buffet, and if you're booking that experience toward closing, that food is probably not going to be as fresh as if you book it at the beginning or the middle, where they're going to be constantly changing out that food. Now let's talk about Disney resorts, more specifically the price of these resorts. Never pay for a resort booking based off of the price you see on the website. Never do that. More often than not, Disney is going to be running a special on the rooms, so you need to check that first. There's a lot to love about a Disney resort hotel, but the price is not one of them. The price you initially see for these resorts doesn't always have to be the price that you end up paying for these resorts. There's always almost a deal going on if you look at the Disney World website for the resort that you want to stay in, so always check that before you book. When you get to the Disney website, you're going to go to the special Disney offers, deals, and discounts tab to see if the resort you're staying at has a current promotion before you book your stay. If you don't know the ins and outs of maximizing your Disney dining plan experience, then you could be wasting a lot of money. Now, there is a convenience to getting the dining plan, and it helps you plan financially, but you've got to be able to maximize it for it to be worth all of the money you spent. When it comes to the Disney dining plan, it's really just going to come down to your preference, your situation, and your budgeting on if you should get it or not. I'm not a big fan of it. Before I continue with some money saving tips, let me quickly invite you to subscribe. If you like staying up to date on all things theme park, cruise, and travel, please consider subscribing with that notification bell on so you never miss a video. Thank you in advance. Now let's get back to our money saving tips. Now this money saving tip is really going to help you out if you're coming to Disney in the summer. If you don't know, in the summer, we're going to get rain almost every single day guaranteed. And you can save a lot of money by planning. Bring a rain jacket, a poncho, umbrella, all of those things. Even if you forget to bring them, buy them somewhere else, not at Walt Disney World. You're going to pay more than $20 for a poncho, anywhere from $70 and up for a jacket, and you could be doing so much more with that money, so make sure you plan for that Florida weather in the summer. My final money saving tip could potentially save you hundreds. The one thing about Florida in the summer is going to be hot, humid, and you're going to need a lot of water. So my last and final tip is to make sure you always bring water with you to the park. If you don't and you buy water in the park, you're going to pay $5 a bottle for every person in your family. So let's say you have a family of 4, you're gonna buy $20 worth of water every single time your family needs water. Let's say on average you buy water twice a day. You're spending $40 a day for water, and let's say you're staying at the park for 5 days. That's $200 in water. So always make sure you bring water with you into the park. Grab water before you get to the park. Use a grocery delivery service to have it delivered to your room. Always bring water with you. They do have fountains in the park where you can refill your water bottles or your reusable water bottles, but never buy it in the park. You're gonna waste a lot of money. That's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you for hanging out with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things theme park, cruise, and travel. Until next time,